Welcome back to the channel, guys. Tool reviews of tools I use. So on a weekend I like to head over to the car boot sale and go and see what sort of bargains can be had, and you'll be absolutely amazed at what you can find if you just take the time to go and have a look around. If you're starting up a new toolkit and you want to pick up some tools for it and fill it up, head over and get some second-hand tools. There's always bargains to be had. I'm going to give you a little example. You take this for example. This is a 25mm SDS drill bit. Now I was going to be buying one of these on Monday so that I can drill these weep holes into the project I'm doing. If you check out my warm and cozy space project, you'll see the building work I'm doing at the moment. And I needed a 25mm drill bit. These come in at Screwfix, which is a pretty cheap retailer. They come in at £20. I just picked this up for £1 today, guys, and it was exactly what I needed, the exact size I needed, the exact configuration with the SDS attachment, and yeah, that's a huge saving, massive saving. So just an example of the sort of savings you can make. But anyway, I'll go through some of the things I've found. Another thing I like about car boot sales is you can pick up stuff that you just can't even get anymore. You can't even buy these anymore. This is a Stanley 10-127. They don't even make them. If you have a look for them, you can find some pictures of them online. But coming across this, I was really happy. Now, it didn't come with a blade, but I headed over to one of my regular tool seller guys, and he had the blades right there and then, and I was able to load it up. So perfect. I got a wire brush, and these are expensive things that you can pick up dirt cheap. I think I paid about 50p for that. A folding ruler. If you're working out angles for pipe work and stuff, when you're first learning bending, these things are ideal. Or even if you're experienced, just to get an angle on something. It's really handy to have one of these. So I picked up one of those as I'm doing my plumbing qualifications at the moment. I've got a wire brush here, cheap as chips, but if you're buying that from a shop, you could spend £4 or £5 on that. I picked that for about 50p as well. Little hacksaw, junior hacksaw from Irwin, nice and cheap, cheerful, but it'll get the job done. I loaded it up with a new blade and it's absolutely good to go. Now people are not buying these things just because they've got a little bit of paint on them. I come along, I give them a good clean up, and they're good as gold. Little pipe cutter. Again, I paid absolutely pennies for these. Even just the blade itself would cost you more than what I paid for this. So why not have a nice little Rothenberger pipe cutter that slips in your pocket? Ideal. For pennies. I paid virtually nothing for it. Now this here, another thing, like I said, you get these old school tools that you just are really hard to get hold of. I've never seen one of these on, these are called footprints by the way, guys, but this style of footprint, I've never seen this before, where you can actually adjust it up and down like a regular set of pump pliers. Now this actually illustrates one of the pitfalls with it. It is a very much a buyer's beware market out there. Car boot sales. Oh, by the way, for my American viewers, car boot sale is a flea market. It's basically the same thing. Just if you're watching and not sure what I'm talking about, yeah, it's basically a flea market. Yeah, these footprints, buyer beware. As I was saying, you see that it's got a little split going down. Sorry, the lighting's not too good in here, but you can just see a little split down there. So I think I spent £3 on that. I'm a little bit annoyed, but that is just the way it is. So I'm probably going to turn that into a pry bar of some sort. But for how much I saved, and I'll tell you how much at the end all of this cost, for the amount that I saved on it, it was an absolute bargain. I've got an immersion spanner for immersion heaters on cylinders. Really handy little tool. I've got the socket already, but sometimes you might struggle to get that in. So having this just to use on it, really ideal. Now you'd spend about £10 in a shop like Screwfix or something. I paid £1 for that. Set of pump pliers. You never go wrong with a set of pump pliers. Now these are Draper ones, and Draper's a pretty kind of mediocre brand, cheap mediocre brand. This is actually the West Germany model, so this is old school, but it's never been used. Never been used. As you can see, it's almost brand new, and so I'm pretty happy to have that. Oh, my dog's just walked through, if you can hear that noise. But the star of the show today has to be these knipex pliers. Now these come in about 20 to 25. These particular ones, so pincers are another word for these, carpenter's pincers. you need one of these in your toolbox, pulling out nails and things like that. These are absolutely awesome. And even though I've got a set, because I saw that there were Knipex, I asked him how much he wanted, and it was £2 I paid for those. £2 for a set of Knipex pliers that will set you about £25 in a shop. So cannot go wrong with that, guys. So all in all, I tallied it all up. It was actually £14 that I paid for all of this stuff. If you were to buy all of this stuff in a shop at current prices, you're looking at over £100. Now, I lost a little bit on the fact that this, I don't really want to go using it if it's got a split in it. So let's take a few off that. But really, you've got about £100 worth of tools there. You can't go wrong, guys. So yeah, get yourself down to the local flea market or car boot sale and see what bargains you can find, and let me know what you get.